Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to another brand new pick a card reading. Today, we are going to look into what is coming for you in your love life. So, any predictions, guidance, what can you expect? And this is for my people who are in a relationships, or you just started dating somebody, maybe you met somebody, or even if you have a person of interest, this applies to you. Okay, so I have prepared 3 groups for you to choose from, whichever pile, whichever group calls you in. That means that group, that pile has the messages you need to know, you need to hear about your love life for the next 3 to 6 months. Okay, so if you are brand new to a pick a card reading, all you have to do is to just close your eyes and ask the divine, ask the God, ask the universe, what is coming next in my love life in the next 3 to 6 months. Okay, just take a deep breath in and relax, open your eyes, look at these piles, and you are going to select one of these. Okay, you can select based on the number, on the crystal, or on the card. So I'll show you your options one by one up close so you can make a selection. Do not rush this process, but you don't have to overthink. You just need to trust your intuition, that wherever your intuition draws you, that pile has the message you need. Okay, so this is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Okay, so for pile 1, we have this card ease, and we have this crystal black tourmaline. Okay, so this is our pile number 1. You can select based on the keyword, you can select based on the artwork, the stone, crystal, whatever you feel drawn towards. Okay, now this is pile number 2. This says growth, and the crystal we have for you is clear quartz. Okay, so this is our pile number 2. And this is our pile number 3, which says success. And we have 2 small moonstone crystals for you. Okay, so this is our pile number 3. And also keep in mind that these cards are not incorporated in your readings. These are just here for you to make an intuitive selection. Okay, so this is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Now, once you have selected your pile, you just need to click on the timestamp for your pile, which will be in the description box, and we will jump straight to your reading and we will look into what is coming next for you in your love life. Okay, so I'll see you at your pile selection. Welcome back, my pile number 1s. If you selected this card ease, these are your love prediction for the next 3 to 6 months. So whenever you happen to watch this video, we are looking at the time frame of next 3 to 6 months. Okay, and keep in mind that this is a general reading, so you might not resonate with all the messages. So just take the message that resonates with you and leave the rest behind. And if you are looking for more personal guidance, personalized readings, then you can check the link in my description. You can reach out to me and we can do a personal reading for you. Okay, so now how we are going to do this reading is, I have pulled some cards for like the past energy in your relationship. So what has been happening in the last few weeks, months, like 3 to 6 months in the past, like recent past, and what's the current situation or what's happening right now, and then what's coming next. Okay, so I have already pre-shuffled your cards, tarot cards, oracle cards, astro cards, everything. Okay, so get cozy, get comfortable, and let's get started because we have a lot to cover. Okay, so I feel that this group, you are already in a long-term relationship, whether you are engaged, dating, some of you are even married, few of you, but most of you who are watching this reading are in a long-term relationship, in a mutually exclusive, committed kind of relationship. And it feels that last 3 to 6 months, you have been wanting to take this relationship to the next level and change some things around, like have a fresh start. And I see that because this is the future energy, this is the present energy, and this is the past energy. So in the future energy, we have the Ten of Pentacles, we have the wedding as well. So we have the second house, resources, and seventh house. Seventh house is literally the house of your partner, marriage. Okay, and second house is your resources, all sorts of resources, financial, emotional, physical, all sort of resources, right? So I feel that, like, okay, it is interesting that your past energy is Ten of Pentacles and your future energy is Ten of Pentacles as well. So, a couple of messages here. First of all, some of you definitely are married here, okay? And it feels like that you guys are still solid, you're still together, and you are overcoming certain differences or even toxic dynamics, because that can happen if there was some negativity, some issues, some conflicts. I see that you guys are getting to the other side with maturity. We will look into that later. Okay, some of you. And for others of you, you guys have been in a committed relationship. It's like when you got into this relationship, or like soon after that, both of you realize that, okay, this is the one and we are going to settle down. But even if you are sure of somebody, there's literally like a journey you have to go through pretty often to go from like the beginning stages of the relationship to getting married, engaged, something like that. So I think in the last 3 to 6 months, especially, you have been having these conversations around marriage, getting engaged, moving in together. Some of you might already be living together. You might have a house together, maybe even like a rented property or something. You might have pets together. Some of you might have a kid or kids together as well. Okay, and you guys have been wanting to take the next step. Okay, now every time, just keep that in mind, every time we are taking the next step, or we are approaching, or we are wanting to move to a next level, whether it is relationship, whether it is career, whether it is your personal growth, whatever that is, every next level comes with a bit of an uphill battle. Okay, it comes with its own challenges, big or small, it depends. And it actually depends on your level of maturity, or how willing you are to grow and evolve as a person as you move to the next level in your relationship, or even in general. Okay, so in the current situation, I feel that there are some confusions, some negativity, some conflict as well. And this conflict could be around finances and even intimacy for some of you, because of the Scorpio energy. And when I say intimacy, it is not just like physical intimacy. Of course, that could be the case as well, but this looks more like emotional intimacy, being clear, being transparent, with like what is that you want. Because with these Seven of Cups, it's like maybe it's you are in a situation where you love each other, the relationship is healthy, but somehow you are not on the same page when it comes to emotional fulfillment, or what is that you want emotionally. Okay, and even financially and materially as well, with this Queen of Pentacles. So there might be some insecurities around money matters, and I think it is very obvious and very natural, because if you are genuinely looking to move to the next level in your relationship, finances, and all of that could be a thing. And I feel that the message here for you is that it's time to release negativity. So you just need to have like more trust. You have to go with the flow a little bit, and maybe create space for both of you to discuss money matters openly with the second house and seventh house energy here. So I see that in the next 3 to 6 months, you guys are going to discuss a lot about finances. Okay. In the near future, we also have the moon in reverse. Okay, so moon when upright is fears, insecurities, darkness, uncertainty, secrets. This is in reverse. And we also have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is moving to calmer waters. That means often a conflict resolution. If you were going through some difficult times, some turbulent waters, that means that things are calming down. And especially with this moon in reverse, it feels like you are finding a common ground, you are resolving your issues. Okay, And we have very interesting energy here, sacrifice in second house. So this says love may come with sacrifices. Evaluate what you are willing to give up. So this card with the second house, even if you are with the most amazing person, okay, I want you to keep in mind that relationships are not easy. No matter how loving, caring a person is, you need to make sure that you are able to maintain your sense of self worth and security in the relationship. Okay? You are not compromising on that. That is something to look out for. We also have here toxicity and wedding. This says toxic relationships can drain your energy and self worth. Be aware. So, I feel that anytime we see a word like toxic, toxicity in terms of relationship, the first thing that actually comes to my mind is like, and most people's minds is that, there's danger and you should leave. Okay. And what I have understood with time, based on my personal experiences and based on the experiences of my clients and other people that I know, is that even in the healthiest of relationships, like two people can absolutely love each other, respect each other, adore each other, they can still develop a toxic dynamic. Okay. And this often happens when you're not exactly clear on what is that you want and what makes you feel secure and confident in yourself. Because if you are not, because let's say we are talking about relationship, right? What do we look in for a relationship? Some basic things. We want stability, we want security, we want love, we want respect. But all of those things, if we are not able to give all of those things to ourselves first, and we try to look for that in the relationship, we're going to be in trouble. Okay. And it does not mean that when you get into a relationship you exactly have to be super smart, super wise. No, we learn through our relationships. Our relationships often shows us our triggers, our shadow side with this moon card here. Okay. So I see that there has been some confusions, maybe even some like again some toxic patterns that you might or might not be aware of, lack of boundaries. It can also be like, a daydreaming kind of energy. It's like you want something, your partner wants something, you're not exactly communicating what is that, like what is the stable ground you are going to build off. So I think that next 3 to 6 months you are actually analyzing your relationship, you are discussing, because like things like being codependent or being like super clingy to your partner, or keeping your own goals on the side to be there for your partner or to do things with them or to spend time with them, and there's nothing wrong with it. But in doing all of that, if you are losing the vision of your own goals, your own values, okay, also with the second house and seventh house, you need to check. And I think that this is on the positive side because of all the other beautiful cards we have here, but there are always exceptions. So use your own discernment, especially if you're considering wedding, engagement, or something like that, or even moving in together. That, like, do you think that you are being valued in this relationship? Do you feel emotionally secure? Do you feel financially secure? Do you think you are able to have energy for other things in your life as well, or is your relationship consuming most of your life force? That is something that you need to look out for. Okay. But other than that, for most of you, I feel that you are definitely like, some of you are planning the wedding in near future, some of you might be literally getting married in the near future, like next 3 to 6 months. And some of you are, this is a very strong message, some of you are resolving any issues, any toxic dynamics, which I said it is a natural part, like it happens. Because we also have the under the deck energy. Let me show it to you. We have the lovers, and underneath the lovers we have the five of wands, conflict. Lovers is union. Okay. Yeah, nine of swords, anxiety. Yes, seven of swords. So I feel that in the recent past or even in the current situation, you might have been going through certain issues, certain conflicts, you're not seeing eye to eye, especially in terms of finances. Okay, maybe you guys have like trust issues, but I see that next 3 to 6 months you are going to have more honest conversations with each other, and you're going to come out of your fears. Also, with the moon card, I would say listen to your intuition. But overall, I feel that you guys are like in like, I mean, it I have never seen this. You begin with the 10 of pentacles, you end with the 10 of pentacles, so, and we also have like a new start is coming. So I think last 3 to 6 months, for some it could even be an year. Okay, but last 3 to 6 months to a year, you have been slowly, and even if you have, even if you're not living together, even if you have not talked about marriage yet, I think the energy you guys have been in is pushing you towards that long term, secure, loving partnership. Okay, that is something I see for you. You also selected this card like ease and black tourmaline. So I think you are protected. You are entering a period where there are new opportunities for you together as a couple, as individuals as well. We also have this card under the energy maturity. This says, I make peace with the tough relationships of my past. I probably would have skipped the pain they came with, but I'm grateful for the lessons they brought me. Because of those tough relationships, I can look back at the mosaic of my life and see value in even the most broken pieces. Also, with this, I see and I feel that just a few of you might have in the recent past, you might have come out of a long term relationship or even a marriage for some of you. Okay, just a few of you, I see that in the recent past you must have been with someone and you have like call off the relationship, even a divorce for some, like for some, just for some. Okay, maybe even one or two of you, and that led to this new start and a new person coming to your life. And maybe right now you are with this new person, and it like things feel confusing. Maybe you are carrying this negativity from your past relationship. Yeah, maybe in the past you used to sacrifice your own self-worth, your resources, and all of that. But if that is the case, the person you are with is your long-term potential good partner. Just keep in mind that you don't get into those toxic cycles again. And I think you are releasing that negativity, and you actually need to release negativity. You have to be confident in yourself. Okay, and just for some of you, if there is an older woman in like in your life or in your partner's life, kind of like a mother energy, that might be causing some issues, negativity as well, just for few of you. So just keep in mind that other people, especially mother figures, they are not influencing you, or they're not making you feel negative. Okay, if it is like a negative person in your partner's life, I don't think you can't do much. So you should just focus on yourself, on your boundaries, on what you value, what you want from the relationship, what you are ready to sacrifice, and what is like the bare minimum. Like, okay, this is what is non-negotiable, this is what we can compromise on, things of that nature. Just have this clarity, have those clear conversations. And once again, just like a quick reminder, if you are in a relationship and if you want the relationship to be healthy, I would say avoid passing comments or avoid nagging too much about the other people in your partner's life, whether they are close or whether they are distant. That's it. So I don't know if I think somebody needs to hear this message. So you just focus on what you want, your relationship, and be clear, honest, and transparent in your conversations. And I see that with the Six of Swords, I see that you are having those honest conversations, which is leading to this stability and eventually a wedding or just another level of commitment. Like, again, it could be moving in together, getting engaged, and some literally getting married. So, yeah. And we also have these fun affirmation cards. So let's read out. Rest. I take a step away from my stress and then a deep breath and then a crankiness killing nap. When I get the rest I need, I instantly become a better version of myself. able to navigate complex relationships in a single bound. When I don't, I'm not, which means I should not, but I try to, and then we can't, and it does not, but I did, so I wasn't up like. So technically, rest is important. Again, if you are planning a wedding, or if you think that things are too much, I would say take some time off. Make sure you have proper rest, because overthinking, daydreaming, it's not like it's time to take things a little bit easy. Okay, be clear, be confident, but like just you need to relax a little bit. Okay, yeah. And then we have receiving. I open up and allow myself to receive love in all ways from all directions. It may seem scary, but it is better than receiving audits, bedbugs, or hate mail. I receive love and it feels so good that I decide to receive it some more and then some more and maybe just a wee bit more. So, yeah, be open. As I said, like it's time to release negativity. Okay. Yes, because, and sometimes, let me just uh, tell you that don't be scared with this card, okay? Because sometimes this toxicity is not in the other person, it is not in the relationship, it is in your own head, okay? So watch out for where do you think this toxicity is coming from, okay? But at the same time, with the second house energy here, make sure that you are not playing small. You are not settling for less as well. Okay. You are not compromising the things that you actually value and you actually need in a relationship and in a happy, stable life. Okay. And just remind yourself that you are worthy of receiving, whether it is love, whether it is a relationship, family life, resources, finances. You are like, you're worthy of receiving it. So open up. If you're too tense, you will not be able to receive. Okay. Then we have thoughtfulness. It is time to put your money where your mouth is and have fun showing your love. Think of all the little things you can do to show a person you love them. So yeah, I mean, with this Scorpio energy, like probably you need to express more, talk more, and not be scared of being vulnerable. Okay. So then stop thinking of those things and actually do them. It's time to hide a note in someone's pocket, make them a snack, order them a book. Anything thoughtful can be an act of love, even taking the trash out to the dumpster. Unless you are dating the trash, in which case, don't take it to the dumpster, take it somewhere fancy. Wow. Who would have thought that being so full of thoughts could be considered thoughtful? I am loving this deck. The messages here are so to the point and crisp and fun. Love this. Love this. So this is what I have for you, my pile number ones. So if these messages resonated with you, hit the like button to let me know. And don't forget to subscribe and make sure your notification bells are on, because I post every week, every Friday. Yeah, every Friday is the schedule for now. I will be posting more pick a card readings like this. And I also do monthly pick a card and monthly zodiac predictions as well. So if you have not already, check out the September prediction playlist in the description box, where you can find the September pick a card reading and also September predictions for your zodiac sign that you can check for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Okay, so I'll see you in your next reading. Bye bye. Welcome back, my pile number twos. If you selected this card, growth, and if you selected this crystal here, then this is your love reading. Let's see what's coming for you in the next 3 months. So I have already pre-shuffled your cards. We are going to look a little bit into the past energy, what has been happening, what does the current situation look like, and what does the next 3 to 6 months has in store for you. Okay, so are you ready? Sit back, enjoy, because we have a lot to cover. And do remember that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're looking for a more personal reading, then you can reach out to me. You will find all the details in the description box. Okay, so let me lay out these cards first. Okay, so let's see. So in the recent past, like last 3 to 6 months, I feel that you have been in a situation of conflict, ego clashes with your partner or with your person of interest. There could have been fights, arguments, other people gossiping about you too. And, this could also be, like one of you trusting the gossip or trusting other people more than your own person. For some of you, different messages for different people. We also have emotions are running high, take time to breathe out. So I definitely feel that there have been a lot of conflicts, and with the Queen of Cups in reverse, you must have been feeling that you're running on an empty tank. Like, you might have felt like angry, you might have cried, okay? You, like, literally, the Queen of Cups in reverse is that you don't have a hold on your emotions, and you are not pouring into yourself, and maybe you are, more focused on what other people are saying, what is the gossip, what are the arguments. Maybe both of you are just trying to, you know prove each other that I am the one who is right, and things of that nature. Okay, so what is this conflict about? We need to know. Let me know in the comments down below, what is this conflict about? But I see a lot of conflict. At the same time, in the present moment, we actually have very contrasting energy. So we have Ace of Wands, King of Cups, Knight of Cups. So, and the end of a tough cycle approaches. So I think in the present moment, or very soon, let's say maybe in a few days or weeks, your person might be coming towards you with an apology, with a gift. We also have the card gifts here. Okay, it's on the left. Yeah, so your person may be coming towards you with apology, gift, asking you out on a date again. Okay, having some planning some fun time together. Okay, with the King of Cups card and a lot of Cups energy here. So you or your person, or both of you, could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You could definitely be a Pisces sign with this Queen of Cups energy here. Okay. You could also be a fire sign. Yeah. It doesn't have to be, but I'm just saying. So I feel that we are moving from heaviness to a phase of more lightness and fun into your relationship. Okay. And with the Capricorn energy here, the conflict could also be about commitment issues, even trust issues, loyalty issues. Okay. Yeah. Or with a lot of cups energy here, and here with this Queen of Cups in reverse, maybe you have felt that your person is not as emotionally available as you would want him to or her to. Okay, so one of you might have been emotionally unavailable, more distance, and it might not be because they are not invested in you, or they don't love you, or they don't care for you. It's because maybe that is who they are. Or maybe you might have some anxious attachment style. This is a popular word that I'm coming across, but this is actually very true. A lot of us, especially women, we have, like, some have strong, some have subtle, anxious attachment style. So that is something you need to look out for, because you chose this card, growth. And I feel that whatever you're going through in your relationship right now, it's helping you grow as a person. And do not take that lightly, because I feel that our relationships are our biggest teachers. Our relationships actually show us where exactly our fears are, what our insecurities are. Okay. And this can happen in the most ugly way. I mean, this is not comfortable. I can tell you from even my own experience, this is not comfortable. Okay. But in this present moment, I feel that there is, like, rekindling of romance. Okay, you and your person both are feeling emotionally more stable, more grounded, more open to each other. Okay, but what I see in your future is actually very interesting. So for some of you, in the next 3 to 6 months, it's like right now in this moment, like, you might have some issues, right, in the last 3 to 6 months, or even longer than that. And you had all sorts of issues, fights, arguments, like pulling your energy back, things like that. Okay, not responding to each other properly, things of that nature. Then you or your person might have reached out with an apology, with, making a plan to meet and things of that nature. But this necessarily, like, even in the current situation, if you feel that everything is okay, okay, and we are like back together and there's this spark again. It does not necessarily mean that you are on the right track, or that does not necessarily mean that your issues have actually been resolved like for once and all. Because in your near future, we have like three major arcanas, and I would say consider this reading as a heads up. Okay, we have Tower in reverse, we have the Fool in reverse, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so a major play of destiny here. Wheels are turning, something is happening, something is fated in the next 3 to 6 months about this connection. And this seems big, this seems important to me. Okay. We have the Fool in reverse. Fool is the new start, new beginning, taking a leap of faith. And we have the Tower. Tower, when upright, is the sudden crumbling, like unexpected shifts. Okay. It can often be super chaotic. It's like, oh, I'm not ready for this. Okay. And Fool is the new start. So it could be that you and your person might be in a stable relationship right now. Okay, you might have had your share of issues, but somehow it is not enough for you to take the relationship to the next level with the Capricorn energy, if that is what you are looking for. If you're looking for stability, if you're looking for a long term partnership, okay, then the foundation that you have built till this point is not that will serve as a foundation for future, because with this Tower card, something needs to be shaken up. There's something that you need to let go, because you also have the Eight of Cups here, and we have the Six of Swords in reverse. And this energy actually hit home because I have experienced something like this in the past, so I know what this means. If you and your person are like, if you think that you and your person love each other, like you meant for each other kind of thing, okay, then there are things that you guys are not ready to discuss, you are not communicating, and it feels that it is all about taking the leap of faith, taking things to the next level. And you both might have like fears and insecurities around relationship. This could be so many things. This could be like one of you has an anxious attachment, another one of you has, avoidant attachment style, like I don't know. Okay, or maybe the relationship was built on, like casual dating and having just fun together, even like, with the Ace of Wands, like intimacy. And intimacy does not mean that like it's wrong, but it's like if this relationship was based more on, like physical attraction, having fun times, then, and it does not mean that if you connect more on like the physical attraction side and physical intimacy side, that does not mean that your relationship lacks depth. It's just that even if you are physically attracted, if you both are like, we just want to have fun, we want to keep things light, if you're actually serious about each other, if you're actually loyal to each other, then you cannot stay in this state forever. At least one of you does not want to be in this state forever. And that is why, and that is the conversation you have been avoiding. And I feel that next 3 to 6 months, one of you is either walking away or pulling your energy back. Okay, so, and since this is your reading, like you came here, so I think you are the one, because we also have the action here, act and messages, with the Aries and the Mercury energy. Act and messages, Aries and Mercury. So I think, and Fool is also the Aries energy. So I think that in the next 3 to 6 months, you are probably deciding that, okay, I'm not comfortable in the situation and I'm walking away. So walking away does not mean that you are literally breaking up. Some of you could be actually breaking off the relationship, but some of you could be just, pulling your energy back or taking some time out to figure out. Because with the Six of Swords in reverse and the Mercury messages here, I feel that you both might have a hard time having a proper conversation regarding the future. It's not just even about the future, it's about in the current situation. Like, Are you both emotionally fulfilled? Is one of you or both of you are unable to fulfill each other on an emotional level? Are you on the same page? I think there's some deep conversations that you guys have not been having. That is the very strong energy that I get. Okay. But with this wheel of fortune and this tower in reverse, it's making me feel like a slow burn. So it's like, for example, let's say you are living together. Okay. You maybe you're living together, you moved in an apartment or something. Maybe that is what has been happening right now. Or maybe you're just spending a lot of time together. Okay, maybe you're meeting every day, maybe you're meeting every week, something like that. And then something happens, okay, and maybe something happens in your family, maybe something happens in your partner's family, or maybe some other external circumstances. Maybe you got sick, maybe there was some like issues at workplace or something. Maybe you're changing jobs, changing cities, something like that. If something that like that happens, you suddenly see less of each other, you meet less frequently. Or maybe if you were, living together and you got a new job, you moved to the other city and now you're not living together suddenly, okay, and then you feel that the distance is becoming more and more and more, and you may realize that, okay, this person is not making effort to come closer, right? And now you are mad, you are angry, and you're like what's happening? But that distance, that separation shows you if the relationship was laid on the right foundation. That distance will actually show you if this really is your person. Okay, so it's like the work that, because you must have heard that communication is so important in a relationship, and it is. And for people who get into a relationship but they're not good at communication, they have fierce insecurities, what I have seen happen in people's lives is that destiny, the divine, will intervene, and it will create circumstances and experience which will force you to think. So it's like you might not have conversations with each other, but you will have conversations with yourself, the conversations that you have been avoiding. You will be forced to see the truth that you have not been seeing about yourself, about your relationship, about your toxic patterns and things of that nature. It does not necessarily mean that the person is wrong, but I definitely see that the foundation of this relationship is a bit shaky, and it might not come as like a sudden twist, but it's like you might notice next 3 to 6 months things may start falling apart, or some of you or one of you or both of you might just pull your energy back, even call off the relationship. But that is bringing the change that is needed. So that would either lead to you being together with that person with a new foundation, with like a new, with a new sense of renewal, of love, of intimacy, of attraction, of emotional understanding. Okay, but like if this person is right for you, okay, if this person is right for you, or if you think that, like, sometimes things don't make sense, but you just feel somewhere deep inside of you that this person is the right person, and but things don't seem to go right. Okay, so if that is your scenario, I feel that next 3 to 6 months you will go through experiences and probably a bit of separation and things falling apart that will actually help you come closer, come back together with this person, and build a new foundation for your relationship. We also have the growth here, we also have the under the deck energy depth. I also pulled a bonus card for you guys, and because I just felt that some of you might have this question, if you are going to end up with this person or if this person is going to be a long-term partner. The card that we got was get more information. So what this tells me is that you will have to wait for things to unfold. Okay, you can watch as many readings as you want, you can even go for a personal reading, but there's certain things that you only understand, and you only like things only come to light when you go through certain things. And that is what I see for you in the next 3 to 6 months. Now, some of you, uh, it also says, as new people show up in my life, I look for all the weird, wonderful, complex layers below their surface. I cannot be surprised by someone's depth of character unless I am willing to peel back the outer layers and go a little deeper. So This could be a new person, a person you have met maybe 3 to 6 months ago, a year ago, okay? And things may have looked well on the surface. They could have been like emotional. Like you might have been able to, even in this moment, you might have been able to hold space for each other. There's mutual respect as well. But it's just that when it comes to emotional understanding or the foundation of the relationship, something is not working out, okay? So for some of you, again, you will understand in the next 3 to 6 months, you will go through certain experiences which will help you understand this person more deeply, or it will help you understand relationships on a more deeper level. Some of you could literally be walking away from this relationship and finding someone new. That could also be happening, and if that's the case, so as I said, this is a general reading. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind. We also have these three cards. It says, "Love flows to you. You radiate charisma and charm." So if you happen to walk away from this person, or this person decides to walk away from you, remember that love flows to you. You radiate charisma and charm. So no matter what, because I keep seeing this card, this growth. So I do feel that if you happen to walk away from this person, or if you had to leave this person behind, you are still growing and you are understanding love more, you are understanding about relationships more, and that will help you bring the right person in, okay? And this is not just to console you, this is really the truth. And the second card we have is gifts. Love's greatest gift is the ability to truly understand one another. So, and you can only understand someone else if you understand yourself first. So that is something that you need to keep in mind, okay? We have connection. Love is the bridge connecting souls. Cherish those connections. So cherish what you have right now. Give it your best, okay? And I would say, because we have this card, get more information. I would say, whenever you're watching this reading, next 3 months at least is not the time to jump to any conclusions. Let things unfold, right? If you want to apologize, apologize. If your person comes forward and asks for forgiveness, forgive them. Like if they want to have a conversation maybe in the upcoming month, because we also have the messages. So for some of you, your person might come forward and literally talk to you properly, and you might be able to have this conversation. So for example, let's say you tell your person, okay, we have this issue because of this person, because that happened, and because of that our relationship suffered. It could be absolutely anything, okay? And your person says, that is not really the problem. The problem is with us. That can really trigger you, okay? Something like that can trigger you. So that is why Six of Swords is in reverse. So next 3 to 6 months, your person might come forward and say that, I feel that this is not working. I feel that there's this lack of connection. There's this and that. I am not emotionally satisfied. Something like that. Take it in the right spirit and look for, like, is there something that you can do on your part? Is there something that you can shift about your mindset or your perspective? Like, you need to be honest, because with the Six of Swords in reverse and with this Mercury energy, I feel that one of you might approach another with, like, clear communication or taking some action, and one of you could be like, just not ready to face it. So you will have to see, like, who is who in your case, okay? We also have these two cool affirmation cards. The first one is reliability. I am reliable. When I say I will do something, I take whatever that something is seriously. This applies to all commitments, even the ones that may have seemed small and insignificant to a less reliable me. From now on, flaking is just for dandruff commercials and cigar factories. So this is like a very fun, affirmative sentence. So I think this is the time you need to rely on yourself more. But also with this, I would say, look out for, if you make any promises to your person, or if your person makes any promises to you with this energy, make sure that they follow through, and make sure that you follow through on your commitments as well. We have the card giving. I welcome the idea of give and take in my relationships, and I eagerly practice the give part. By giving freely, I discover just how fun giving really is. Giving my time, care, and attention to someone else actually gives me good feelings, which makes me want to give even more. Okay. So with this, again, I feel that do not be even if things feel chaotic and you're like, oh my, I don't understand what this reading is about, like it's scaring me or something, I would say have faith, have confidence, and understand that life is about all these experiences. Okay, we learn, we grow, we move on, whether we are with someone, whether we are not with someone. Don't let your emotions get the best of you with this Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, you need to embody this King of Cups energy where you are in control of your emotions. That will really, really help you. Throwing tantrums, playing the blame game, that is not going to help you, your person, your relationship, or in any area of your life. Trust me on this, okay? And do not be scared of giving. Don't think that if you have given your time, energy, love to someone and you don't find that to be reciprocated. I mean, it on surface it may feel that you have paid smart, but that is okay. If you loved somebody, if you liked somebody, and you did something for that person, then that is okay. That is who you are, and if that is not being reciprocated, it does not mean that there's something wrong with you. It does not take anything away from you. The only thing that you need to decide is that how long are you willing to give and give and give to that person. Like, where do you stop? Okay, that is something that you need to look out for. Okay, but the time, the energy, the love that you have already given to anyone, any relationship, that is okay, because you are capable of giving. Be proud of that. You're capable of loving, you're capable of being kind, you are capable of holding space for someone, so be proud of that. But if at any point you feel that, okay, I have been giving and I have been giving and have not received anything, and I have been holding space for somebody else and they are not holding space for me, then it would be a good thing to walk away or just communicate and see. And when I say communicate, it should not be like you are saying the same thing again and again every single day, every other day. And if it is not being heard, it is best to walk away or pull away your energy from that person. Pour into yourself. Make sure that you are not in this energy. Okay, I mean, this was in reverse, so make sure that you are filling your own cup. Okay, so this is what I have for you, my pile number twos. If these messages resonated with you, hit the like button, let me know, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure your notification bells are on because I post weekly readings. So I have also created a playlist for September predictions. There is a September pick a card. There are September predictions for each zodiac sign. So if you have not already checked that out, I will link that in the description box, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye bye. Welcome back, pile number threes. If you selected this beautiful card, Success, these are your love predictions. So let's see what's coming in your love life in the next 3 to 6 months. And remember, this is a timeless reading. So whenever you are watching this, we are looking into the next 3 to 6 months from there. And also keep in mind that this is a general reading. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you need a more personalized reading, personalized guidance, then you can reach out to me. All the links are in the description box. So how we are going to proceed in this reading is I have already pre-shuffled your cards. So first we are going to look at the past energy, what has been happening in the last 3 to 6 months, and the present circumstances, and what's coming next. Okay, so are you ready? Sit back, relax, because we have a lot to cover. And before we begin, let me just lay out all the cards here. Okay, so let's begin. First of all, you chose the card Success. So if you are worried about your love life, let me tell you that the overall outcome for you is that in the next 6 months, you are getting married, engaged, or you are finding someone new who is going to be your potential partner, like a potential long-term partner. And remember that the energies we see here are not set in the stone. These are the predictions based on your current energy around the relationship, the work you choose to do, the decisions, the actions you choose to take in your relationship for yourself, what your person chooses to do will determine how this relationship proceeds. Okay, but all in all, you are definitely finding the love of your life in the next 6 months. At least this is what the cards say. Okay, so let's see. In the past, we see here probably an earth sign, a Capricorn. So your person could be a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, a strong Capricorn moon. or you could have a Capricorn moon or Capricorn placements. Your person could also be an earth sign. So again, Capricorn or Virgo and Taurus. Okay, doesn't have to be, or they may have like earthy qualities. So they may be very practical, grounded, even entrepreneurial. Some of your persons may be entrepreneurs, business owners, things like that. Okay, so I see almost like two parallel stories here. Okay, so because this is a general reading, so I'll explain them one by one and take whatever resonates with you. Okay, different messages for different people. Some of you might also find the overlaps between the two parallel stories that I'm going to give you here. Okay, so for some of you, this relationship has felt like strong, stable, loyal, and like practical, like all the green flags, checking off all the boxes. Okay, and both of you, and even both of you could be entrepreneurs as well, like some of you, not all, but yeah, or you might have those aspirations, and both of you, or just you or your person, could have been focused on reaching your goals, hitting your targets, leveling up in your career, maybe expanding your business, things of that nature. Okay, and even though the relationship is solid and everything, it lost its spark somewhere with the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, so there could have been an emotional disconnect, there could have been a lack of spontaneity in the relationship. Okay, you like, you might not be going on dates like you used to, you might not be doing many fun things. Okay, uh, a lot of, so it feels like to me that even if you both love each other, like really care for each other, you might have become, both of you or one of you have become very practical. It's all about like schedules and just trying to, maybe struggling, maybe even struggling to find time for each other. With this devil card, you or your person might be, it's like the way you have been showing up in the relationship in the past few weeks and months is like, instead of having more emotional connection or more fun moments, maybe you are more about like, gifting things to each other, or maybe just having like physical intimate time, but there's this lack of emotional connection is what I see here. Okay, lack of spark. And if you are in a healthy relationship, this is very common. As we have different priorities in life, this is just bound to happen. But you are moving away from this because this is the past energy, this is the past energy. And even if you feel that you're still in this energy, you might be in overlap with this energy that I see here. Okay, so at the present moment, it feels like that with this Knight of Cups, both you and your person are opening up more emotionally. Okay, with the full moon here, you might be feeling like, you might feel more in touch with emotions, you might feel that compulsive desire to express your emotions. Okay, you both might have started to see the, the emotional disconnect, and maybe you both are trying to make efforts. With the Three of Cups here, you might make plans to, you might have been trying to spend more time with each other as well as people you love. So it could be close family members, it could be friends, and all of that. Okay, but I see some light-heartedness coming back into your relationship. You might have already started feeling that. We just had a full moon recently, so if you're watching this on the day I upload this, or maybe a few days after it, so you will notice that after the full moon, things have started to become a lot more lighter between you two, more emotional connection, more fun. Maybe you just got more opportunities to, go to some weddings, to some parties, to some events that is helping you get closer to each other, especially on an emotional level. We have a lot of cups energy here, and here we see a lot of practical earthy energy, right? So I like to see that. Okay, and even if you're watching this at a later time, because this is a timeless reading, then upcoming full moon will bring more joy, more celebration in your relationship. And if you are actually feeling that, I would say with the Seven of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, you need to have certain boundaries, as in You need to be confident in your choices and the decisions you have taken for your relationship and the things that you do with your person, your partner, whatever your plans are. I would say don't reveal everything to everyone, because otherwise other people's opinions and influences can influence your perception of your relationship. Okay, so again, with relationship issues, you should, if you have this tendency to share everything with your friends, I would say watch out for that, because other people's opinions can really dilute our own perception, our own faith in ourselves, in our relationship, in our person, in our partner. Okay, so that is something to watch out for. Also, just keep in mind that you are not settling for less. And if you are feeling like a little shaky, maybe you're not sure about the relationship, maybe you're not sure about what direction it is going in, I would say the message here for you is that surrender to the divine. Okay, things will unfold how they are divinely planned to unfold. Okay, but as we see with your future energy, it looks super bright. Okay, so I don't think there's anything to worry here. The only thing is to make sure you maintain your boundaries, even if you love someone, like with this Queen of Pentacles energy in reverse, just make sure that you do not lose that Queen energy about you. That is something to keep in mind. Okay, and in the future we actually see a lot. We have first of all Six of Swords and Five of Wands. So if there have been some conflicts and some ego clashes, I see them being resolved with the Six of Swords. Okay, because with this pentacle energy, practical energy, I see that both of you might be very hot-headed, very stubborn in nature as well. you know and again, like, you might have a lot of conflicts around a lot of things. You might have had conflicts, you might also have some internal conflicts. And with the Five of Wands, like, again, I see a lot of people. So for some of you, other people might have tried to intervene in your relationship as well in some shape or form, because we see a lot of people here. Like, we have the Three of Cups here, we even have the, like, Queen of Pentacles. So just for some of you, just like a warning sign, if there's a motherly figure, someone older, an old lady, just watch out, like, if her opinions or her influence is making your own faith and trust shaky in your relationship and in your person. So that is something to watch out for. But if there has been some external influence, or maybe there have been some conflicts because of other people, I see that you're having a proper conversation, you are working things out. Okay, and we also have the Death and Rebirth energy here. So I see a lot of ego death happening. There's something that you need to remember, that in love, it's a very subtle balance, because you have to maintain your own boundaries, your self-worth, but you cannot do in a defensive way. And this is very tricky. And I think we all go through this lesson. Almost all of us go through this lesson, because at first, like, if you when you get in a relationship for the very first time, okay, no matter at what age, we have this tendency to overgive, to like, over please, going out of the way for the other person, and in that process we lose our self-worth and all of those things, right? And then we maybe move forward with the same person, or when we move to maybe a next relationship, then we are more guarded. But that experience you had about self-worth was not for you so that you can be guarded all the time. You experience that so that next time when you open your heart, to somebody, you know when to draw that boundary. But if you're always keeping those walls up, if you are avoiding to be vulnerable, okay, or if you're always just thinking, okay, if I show them my soft side, or if they know my insecurities and fears, they can step over. No, that won't happen, because now you know what your boundaries are. Okay, so with this Death and Rebirth, for, again, as I said, for this is for those of you who feel that you are with the right person, but things have been a little rough. Okay, so I think that you are going through a lot of perspective shift, a lot of ego death. Okay, but that does not again mean that you have to be a doormat, or that does not mean that somebody gets to treat you wrong. So there's subtle balance between maintaining your boundaries, your self-respect, but also being vulnerable in love. Because no matter how good of a person you are with, if you love someone, if you allow someone to love you, then there's going to be a little hurt here and there. So don't let that stop you from experiencing the true love, the true companionship, which is actually very beautiful. Okay, so that is happening. And once you do this work, you are actually headed to the next level in your relationship with these three cards, because we have the Hierophant with Justice and Lovers, and all these cards actually point to marriage. Okay, and these are major arcana, so this is huge. So either some of you will be getting married in the next 6 months, or at least you're planning to get married in the next 6 months. Okay, or if not marriage, then at least you are stepping into the next level of commitment, because we have like Justice, Lovers, Hierophant. So yeah, I see a lot of commitment, a lot of love, soulmate energy, even like twin flame energy for some. And again, people have different meanings about that, but I see this as a healthy relationship. But also keep in mind that relationships help mirror our energy. If so, even if you are with the greatest person, it you still have to, go through the learning curve. You have to evolve as a person. You have to evolve in your spiritual beliefs. Okay, you have to broaden your perspective about people, about life, about relationships, and that is when you get into this union energy. Okay, so very, very beautiful energy for you. So now for another group that I see here is for others of you. You might be in a relationship with a person, as I described, earthy, practical, entrepreneurial, earth sign. Okay, you must have felt that, okay, this relationship is solid, this relationship is practical, it ticks all the boxes. Okay, maybe there's physical attraction and all of those things. Maybe you like how they are doing financially in their life. Okay, and maybe they think the same about you. So all in all, it feels like a practical match. But with the Ace of Wands, it feels like there is lack of spark. There's lack of emotional intimacy. There's lack of that spark, that chemistry. Okay, yeah. And like you don't feel excited. That's how I see it. And even when the initial excitement in a relationship fades out, because it does to some extent, you still need some fire, some excitement, some energy, some spontaneity to keep that relationship going long term. Okay, so if that is missing, then that is a problem, even if it feels practical. So in the present moment, some of you might have introduced this person to your family, to your friends, even to a mother, grandmother, things like that. Okay, and maybe they like in the beginning, maybe they look like more of this King of Pentacles energy, someone who is like loyal, super committed, puts in the work, has so much to offer to you, like concrete things. Maybe they made like a promise for a marriage, for a future, something like that. But at the present moment, you feel that it feels less of the King of Pentacles and more of the Knight of Cups, and that is more of like flirty energy. So Knight of Cups can also be like just someone who is like love bombing you, making wishy-washy promises, false promises, or promising something, not following through. Okay, it's like it lacks commitment somehow. Okay, like this is like two contrasting energies. So you would have felt in the beginning that, okay, this is person is like this King of Pentacles with so much to give, so much to offer, with a solid foundation. But now it feels like a wobbly Knight of Cups, who is not sure of himself, who is not sure of you, and like whose words and actions don't match. Okay, and but still you may like to hang out with him or her in public. Maybe your friends like that person, your family likes that person, and like in your head you're fighting this battle. You don't know if that person is right for you, and you might be feeling that you are losing yourself, your self-worth, your power. You might feel that you are settling for less. You might feel that you're not as happy with this person as you would like to be, or this relationship does not look like the way you would like it to be. But you are scared that you might not find a better person, or maybe you are scared that what my friends will say, what my family will say, or you are just not sure. Okay, so in this moment, once again, the same message: surrender to the divine. But you have to make sure that if anything is like, you can't let the fear of what other people say dim your light, dim your shine, and feel small about yourself, or just settle for less just because other people think that this is right for you. Okay, so boundaries are really, really important. As I said, even if you are happy with this person or not happy with this person, this is something that you need to look out for. Okay, and if you resonate with this situation right now in this moment, then I am telling you that you are resolving this internal conflict, because five of wands can also be internal conflict. Okay, so you are moving, and some of you could be literally moving. If you resonate with the situation, some of you could be moving to different city, different country, where you will be at more peace. And not just that, you are going to find, some of you might find a new mentor, but you are going through like a total glow up transformation, and you are meeting your fated partner, your soulmate, your love. Okay, so we also have this under the deck energy, which says anticipation. Embrace the sweet anticipation of love's arrival in your life. It is coming. So as I said in the beginning, whether you are in a healthy relationship, it's just lack of emotional connection, or like maybe you do are like really busy, and there has been like a lot of seriousness, heaviness in your relationship, and you want to work through it, then definitely you are leveling up with that person. This new opportunity, this new love is in that existing relationship. But for those of you who resonate with this energy, where you feel that this person is not what you thought they are, maybe you're just scared about the society, other people, other people's opinions, and all of that. Or maybe if this person is not treating you right the way you want to be treated, then you are leaving this person behind, you are ending this relationship, and you are just, and not just that, like in the next 6 months you are finding that new person. At least you will meet that person, or you will figure out, okay, maybe you're choosing yourself, because the lovers is also choices, it is also the union with the self. But with this anticipation card, I feel that love is definitely entering your life in the next 6 months, 100%. Okay, so we also have these cards: doorway, settling, and boundary. So as I said, an opportunity is about to present itself that leads you to a new person. So for those of you who are in a good relationship but things need to be worked out, you are finding a new level, a new sense of connection in your existing relationship. And for those who have been struggling with boundaries, if they are trying to step on your toes, if they are testing you, if they are not making you feel like a queen, like the person that you are, if you feel that they don't think that you are worthy of what you want to receive in a relationship, then they are not your person. Okay, so it says avoid settling for less than you deserve in love. Literally, this Queen of Pentacles energy. So you need to be honest with yourself. Where do you fall here in this reading? Okay, love may challenge your boundaries, protect them. This is literally, this boundaries card is literally this. Love may challenge your boundaries, protect them. Seven of Wands, boundaries. Queen of Pentacles, your self-worth, your self-esteem, your financial security, your emotional security, how you feel about yourself, like in real, intangible world, how they're treating you. Okay, so it's super clear. We also have here two guidance card, and also the under the deck energy in this deck was I'm a catch. So this is your reminder: if you choose to walk away from this person, or if you choose to be in this relationship, remember that I'm a catch, you are a catch, I'm a total catch, and I know all the reasons why. I know that anyone would be lucky to be with me, and that does not mean I am arrogant or snobby. Self-respect is just one of many qualities exhibited by this complete and utter babe. So girl, boy, like whoever is watching, like you are a catch. Okay, you are a catch. We also have independence. I embrace total independence, and I see how empowering that is. That is what I think you will be experiencing in the next 6 months, whether in a relationship or whether without the relationship. I embrace total independence, and I see how empowering that is. Even when I am in a relationship, yeah, exactly what I said. Even when I'm in a relationship, I can still be independent by meeting my own needs, this Queen of Pentacles, and creating my own happiness. When I do that, I am the fullest version of myself, and I have much more me to give without needing pieces of me in return. This is such a beautiful message. And then we have loyalty. I am there for the people I care about in whatever way they need me. Ride to the airport, no problem. Bail you out of jail, you bet. You go see your band again. Maybe the point is, when I stand with them, I know I'm a part of something special. And to be honest, it doesn't suck to look around and remember they're standing with me too. Also, with this Three of Cups, I feel that if you decide to walk away from this person, your friends, your family will support you in your decision. At least one of them, okay, a close friend. You don't need everyone to agree with you. You don't need everyone to support your opinions, but keep in mind that you are still supported and you are a catch. Okay, so this is what I have for you, my pile number threes. Let me know how these messages resonated with you. Where do you think you are in the situation? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to hit the like button if this helped you. And I have also posted September predictions. I will link them in the description box. So I have a pick a card reading. I also have zodiac predictions for each sign. So you can watch your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and you can have even more info on what's going on in September. And I totally forgot to mention these two cards, the nurture and sixth house sustainability. So I definitely feel that next 6 months, next 3 to 6 months. So you are nurturing yourself and you are going to be with a person, whether it is this current person or somebody else, where you can actually nurture each other, where you feel nurtured in the relationship with the sixth house and all these pentacles energy. Again, if you are with a person, and you both are busy and like work focused on your goals and things like that, then in the next 3 to 6 months you will be working around bringing your lives together and finding a rhythm, a lifestyle that actually helps you stay together. And because relationship is not just about the attraction and checking the boxes. Like, you need to have the chemistry with the Ace of Wands, you need to have like attraction with the devil and all of that, but there also needs to have sustainability. Your lifestyle, your values should match. So I see all of that happening in the next 3 to 6 months. Okay, so that is all we have for you, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye bye.